Hello and welcome. I'm Raghav, and today we are going to learn step by step from scratch how to get and set variables using scripts in Postman. This is going to be very easy and very interesting. So let's get started. And step number one is we will go to any request and go to the test section of the request, and there we will write or add our scripts to get and set variables. So I'm on my Postman now. I have opened my Postman on the browser. If you like, you can continue on the browser, or you can also open your Postman on your desktop or on your system. We have learned all this in the earlier sessions. So I'm in my workspace, and here I have created this collection demo APIs where I have some API requests. So I will go to this API request get user list, and here I will go to the test section. So here I can add the scripts. I can also add the scripts in the pre-request script section, or if you like, you can go to the collection, and here at the collection level we again have pre-request and test script section. So we can add the scripts at any of these locations. We know that the pre-request scripts will get executed before running the requests, and the test scripts gets executed after running the request. So based on wherever we want to put, we can put our requests or put our scripts. As of now, I'm going to the request and going to the test section, and just for this demo I will add some scripts here. And here let us start with the set variables with scripts, or look at the variables, or look at the scripts that will set the variables. Now we know we can create variables at different locations or different levels. If you want to create a variable at a global level, we will say pm.globals.set and then give the variable key and value. So I will say, let's say pm dot, you can also see as you start typing you will see these auto suggestions, and I will say pm.globals.set, and then in the brackets I will give the variable name. Let us say that I will say name here and comma, and I will give the value. So let us say I will say Rutherford, and you can also use double quotes here or single quotes here, and at the end you can use a semicolon. Even if you do not give a semicolon, it will work, but it's a good practice. It says that this is the end of line. So I have done this, and I will save, and I will run. I will click on send, and now after sending, if you go to the global variables, I can click on this eye icon here, and you can see in the global variables a variable is created called name, and its value is Rutherford. So we can do like this. Also, if you want to print anything on this, on the console, you can say console.log. This is JavaScript that we are using here, and then I can say here, let us say hello world, and I will save and run. And to see the output, I can go to the Postman console. You can see there is a console here. You can click here and it will open the console. You can also see the earlier consoles. I will clear everything and I will say send, and you will see the output on the console as well. So you can see here on the console it is printing hello world. We can also see our request details that got executed, but I will collapse this. We are more interested in looking at the console output. So as of now, this script can be used to create a variable at a global level. Now if you want to create a variable at a collection level, you can say pm.collectionvariables.set. So I can say here pm dot collection variables. I'm getting auto suggestion as well, and you can also go to your settings here and make sure that you have this variable autocomplete on. So when we try to get the variables, it will give us the variable names, variable autocomplete. So make sure this is on, and I will say pm.collectionvariables.set, and here I can say name. You can use any variable name and then give the value. So let us say I'm saying Ramanujan and save. I'll clear the console and send. So this must have set the variable name with the value Ramanujan at the collection level. So if I go to my collection and check the variables, you can see this is set. The URL variable was there already. I will also show you how to get the variables or how to refer the variables. As of now, we are setting the variables. So this is done and this is working fine. Now, if you want to create a variable at an environment level using the scripts, we say pm.environment.set. So here I will say pm.environment.set, and I will again use the same variable name, and I will give the value Newton and save and send. Now this time let us see the output. I will clear the console and let us send it, and here you can see here, if I go to the environment or if I go to this eye icon, at the environment there is no variable set. So you can see there is no variable set, and that is that is because we have not yet created any environment and also not have selected any environment from here. So we will first have to create an environment. So I will click on add. I will have a separate session on environments, but just for now I am going to create an environment called, let us say, QA. I have created a QA environment, and now I will select the QA environment from this environment drop down here, and now I will go back and now I will run the script again, and let us see what happens this time. If I now check my environment, and you can see the variable is created under the environment. So this is how we can create a variable at environment level. And now if you want to create a variable at local level, that is the script level or the request level, wherever you are running the script from, you can say pm.variables.set. So I can say pm.variables.set, and I can give some name here. Let us say name is Edison, and save and run. So this is all set. We are not getting any errors in the console, so all this is working fine. So this is how we can set the variables. Now if you want to get the variables at a global level, we will say pm.globals.get. so let me do that. So this is for setting the variables. Let me also say create a comment setting variables, and now I will say here getting variables. So I will say pm.globals.get. Now in this case I will also have to give the name of the variable that I want to get. So I'm saying pm.globals.get, and the name of the variable is name. So I will save and run. Let us see the console. So everything is fine. Now just in case you want to print it on the console, you can say console.log and just put this in a bracket of console.log, and I will say send, and you will see this time it is also printing the value of that variable. Or the other way is I can first put this in a variable. I will say let variable value equals pm.globals.get, and then I will print this variable. I will say console.log, and I'll just print this variable values, or I should say variable value here, and save. I'll clear the console and run it, and you can see here I am getting the value on the console. So this is for getting a global variable. Then for collection variable, I will say pm dot collection variables dot get, and again I will give the variable name. So I'll say name and save and run the request, and everything is fine. So this will access or refer the collection variable, and similarly for environment we say pm.environment, and then for a local variable we say pm.variables.get. However, this particular script can be used to access variable at any level or any scope based on the priority. I hope you remember the priority we have discussed in the earlier session. So the first priority is local variable, then comes data variable, then we have environment, then we have collection, and then we have global. So let us say if I say pm.variables.get and I say name, and if there is a local variable available by the name here, then it will access that or it will get that. Otherwise it will access a data variable, or if we have a name variable at an environment level, it will get that. So based on this priority it will work. So let us try this. Let's say I will say pm.variables.get, and I am saying name, and I will also print this. So I will say console.log. I want to print this. So let us see what is the value we get. So here I will save and run, and here you can see I'm getting the value addition here. And if you see the value addition, we have set here at a local variable. Now let's say if I just remove this, or if I change this local variable from name to name1, and now let us see what is the value it will fetch. I will save and send again, and this time you can see it is getting the value Newton. And if I see Newton, it was set at the environment level. So this is how it will work. It will first go to local, data, environment, collection, and global. So this is how you can use the scripts to get the variables. Now if you want to remove or unset any variable, you can just say pm and the level, let's say environment, and then say unset and use the variable name. So let's say if I say pm dot environment dot unset, and I can give the variable name, let us say name, and if I save and run this, so this is done. If I go and check the environment, you can see there is no variable now there in the environment. So this is how we can remove the variables, and we have already seen this. If you want to print a variable, you can use console.log, and to print anything on the screen we can use console.log statements. So this is how we can get and set variables. You can take a screenshot of this screen and keep it handy with you. You can put it on your desktop, or take it on your mobile and go through it a couple of times, so you will always remember how to get and set variables using scripts in Postman. I hope this was very useful and very interesting. I will see you in the next session. Thank you for watching, and never stop learning.